Damn, Jimmy, you
Yo,
went
yo,
crazy on this
yo.
one.
What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a little Cookup and Massive. What the going on? We're going to be cooking up. We're going to be around. We're going to be shit up. I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? So, got this new little controller. Try to see if we can cook up on it. So I've been cooking up some bases. So I normally keep my bases in the sample folder. Always try to keep just kind of like your stuff organized. So yeah, I'll go on and do a bunch of massive patches and usually record it with audio. I know a lot of people that take their patches and kind of blend them together or still have the MIDI on there. I'm more of an audio recording kind of guy. I will save some of my patches. Obviously, I save my presets, but yeah, let's get down to it. So we got my sine square. Usually start off with a saw. I normally preset my massive to have the attack a little bit, so it's not so harsh when it jumps in, because I feel like the initial massive sound is just as bad as Serum's. It's just like except massive's got that crappy attack on it. It's got that. What is this? I was like, what the is that? So yeah, I bring it down, smooth it out. Already sounds better usually like that. It already gives you a better platform to build off of. I like it when it has kind of like a diving bass sound. That's pretty cool. I with that super heavy. I your mom last night. I don't really care. Let's keep moving. Alright, so at this point, I'm gonna change the wavetable up, see what's kind of... I do like the wavetables in Massive where it has like the 3 notches versus like just the 2 notches, because in Serum, I mean, you could put as many as you want, but Massive, you don't really get that option. You have this little set of wavetables here, which is nice. The limits on it is a bit of a plus, because too much options is a bit of a handicap at some points. A little bit of handicap. The sync is ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about. This one's got a nice... Probably my favorite one right there, I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple others that I quite like too. Alright, let's fuck around. Put a macro on that. So the reason I got this controller is because it comes with 8 knobs, so when I assign the macro, I get to actually fuck with it. Loser. Okay, moving on. Alright, anyway, so that just starts to get fun to play with, so we can go ahead and name this wavetable. So this is our wavetable macro. And the reason I have the recording set up is so that when I find a cool sound like that, I could just boom boom. Got it on deck. Massive also has a ridiculous range as far as its gain and effects. Like if you're just using no effects and just coming up with sounds, you can get a pretty wide range, but once you add the distortion on it, like brings a whole new level of dynamic into this program. Especially if you like LFO. I don't think I've even LFO'd it yet. Let's try that. Gives it like a wobble. A lot of times when I name it and then assign another one, I'll rename it, or I'll just get lazy and not really give a wavetable slash rate slash LFO. Also, pressing O gives you a shortcut for deactivating a clip. So if you per se don't want to have to click, or you're at like the last lane of your recording and you've got all these slots filled up to the max, and you got one of these playing and you're like, how do I get it to stop playing without deleting it? And then undeleting it, you can press O, boom boom, O. Tips and tricks. Anyway, back to it. So that tube sounded nice with some distortion on it. Let's maybe try putting intensity. Massive, you really tap into your own sound, your own design. That rate's a little too high. That's already nasty as fuck. Alright. Yeah, I wasn't going for anything specifically. Let's just fuck around. Apparently the double notch can give you a nice yoy. Put a cutoff on this shit too. Your mom. Swapping it and then bring it back down. So yeah, you got some really wonky shit there. Let's try some other wavetable shapes. I'm sorry, LFO shapes. That one's quite nice. Actually, record that one. The reason I got this LPD was also to give myself a little bit more control during the recordings. I always like having a knob to personally move versus just having the mouse or the trackpad. Before this, I had a couple other controllers, and I finally just kind of downsized to this minimal pad right here. It works perfect. Has all the bass notes I need. Really weird feature in this, actually. If you click the programming settings, you could change it, and it'll switch it to an octave, 2 octaves above for some reason. Not 1 octave, 2 octaves. And then when you go here, it's a half step. Weird. The last one is just the same as the first one. Such a weird little device, but sick. Okay, so here's where we get some nasty shit. Polarity flipping on this program is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, so some super thick fucking gritty sounds right there. Can't really beat that shit right there. Yeah, the crazy part about LFOing the LFO on here is this Massive already has really naturally warm sounds already, so when you start to LFO things and create more LFOs on top of LFOs, you get this really crazy, like, it's really perfect sounding actually. I love the math in this program. It's nasty. Yo, I was gonna do a part 2 to this video, but that's gonna be coming next time, so y'all just stay tuned.